Hello there everyone, welcome to the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga Q&A. Good to see you all. A few days before E3 starts, obviously. I thought it was going to be a lot more exciting, to be honest, but it's heavily looking like, down to info, we're getting that it's going to be a bit of a letdown. However, that's not for certain. But yeah, we're still gonna do this Q&A this week. I think we have to, because we could be sat here next week and we've just received a trailer or a release date or something. My mind is kind of changing on that, I have to admit, but nevertheless, we're gonna have to see what happens. But welcome to you all. I just closed down the live chat. That's very helpful. How you doing, Storm? Star Valley, Star Wars fan, Anthony, welcome Tyler. Hello there everyone, good to see you all. Tyler Garrett, we already got more than one Tyler. if I had to like fill out a survey of like what everyone's first name was, I guarantee the most the amount of the person with the most frequent first name in terms of subscribers would be Tyler. So many. The Traveller, Connor, welcome. Jackson, Ugandan, Star Valley, Battlefront Brothers. When are we getting 40k subs? I hope. So this is a weird answer, but I hope it's not before the game releases, because it's so up and down with news. I know I'll just get it and lose it. So, plus with the way I upload right now, which is not entirely my fault. There are definitely times when I know I could upload more, and I'm just not here. I'm busy, but to get that, we'd need to be going a bit more frequently. But I'm not too worried about it, because I know we'll get it when the game comes out, so it's all good. How you doing, Meech? How you doing, MW? Hello, General Alex. Hello, Matthew Walker. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Smashing. Hello, Sam. Hello, Tyler Wakefield. I've already got 3 Tylers. Tyler counter. Forget like subscriber counter or like counter. Tyler counter. Have one of those. How many Tylers can we get? How you doing, Star Wars fan? I don't know how to feel for E3, you say. I'm going to get right into, I suppose, what is it they say, the elephant in the room in a second. How you doing, Finn? How you doing, Meech? How are you doing? I think that's everyone. I think I've done everyone so far. How are you guys? Like and subscribe if you're new. Good to see you all. So, let's find... What are we going to do today while we talk about what will predominantly be E3, won't it? Let's be honest. Let's go to the Falcon. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Alex. I think I already said you, Alex. But I think I've said no to you, to be honest. It's been a few weeks. You may give me a bit of space. You know how rusty I get after just a few days. Never mind. Like 3 weeks. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What's it been? I don't know. Hello, Darth Vader. From your Star Destroyer. Plot twist. Are you inside one of the Star Destroyers in the Skywalker Saga? One of the LEGO ones. We'll see. Hello, Evan. So E3 anyway, guys. Yeah, remember how... We'll go back to the spring showcase. Remember how I said 60% likely, 40% unlikely, and that was just because of WB Games being there. Well, for E3 I said 90% likely and 10% unlikely, and I even said it's probably higher than 90% in my head, but I don't want to get carried away. Because I genuinely thought, there's no way this can fail. It's the event where the game was first revealed to us. I say this so often, but for me it's been quite a few weeks since I've said this phrase, so let's go. It was the event where the game was first revealed to us. WB are there. It's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, gaming event of the year. And then now we know WB are going to have a panel, and it's just Back for Blood that's going to be there. One of the developers kind of, if you watch the latest 2 news updates, you will know this stuff, but one of the developers kind of said to a user, essentially not to get your hopes up. I was talking about another game that I was hyped for. To me, it's dropped from about 90% to, this is quite a big drop, but I'm going to say like 30-40% likely now. And I think this is the most important time, because it's alright me saying a few weeks ago it's 90% likely, but this is like a few days before now. And I really think, and I hate saying this, but I really think we're in for another no news event, to be honest. I wish I didn't have to say that, but it's looking more likely than ever. I hope I'm wrong. There's still an Xbox panel or a Microsoft panel. Xbox have the marketing rights. It could be there. And the reason they're promoting... I need to find a mission while I talk about this stuff, but the reason they are promoting... We can do this now. The reason they're promoting Back 4 Blood so much is because Back 4 Blood is the only... First of all, it's the only WB Games game with a release date. So not only is it the only game releasing this year as it stands, because Skywalker Saga is coming soon, but it's the only game releasing this year. I'm going to get onto everyone's questions as well once I'm done explaining this, but I can understand them wanting to promote Back 4 Blood. But I was thinking like October, November kind of release period, and I believe Back 4 Blood, it's either October or November, I can't quite remember. But either way, it doesn't matter, because a few people said to me, do you really think, although they're different franchises, do you think they would release, do you think WB Games would allow two of their games to release at the same time? And I thought maybe, but the more it's going on now, the more they're... Look, if the look at the way... In fact, let me just check this. What is it, November or is it October or November? It really doesn't matter, but I'm just going to check just to be on the safe side. It would help if... Yeah, it didn't even have the... My Google has just completely crashed on me. Okay, let's try again. Back 4 Blood is releasing 8th of October. Okay, so look at the way they're promoting Back 4 Blood right now. It's really, I'm not saying Skywalker Saga has to have an identical marketing campaign, but look at the way they're marketing that. And that's releasing in October, so that gives us June. Well, we're in June, so July, August, September, October, 4 months before. If the Skywalker Saga was to release in November, we'd have to start promoting it in July. So really, if there's nothing at E3, that's telling me that although both games don't have to have an identical marketing campaign, they really don't. And LEGO games are not known to have that big a marketing campaigns anyway. I respect that, but to me, it's becoming more and more unlikely that I don't even want to say next year. I don't really want to say when, because even though I'm kind of saying the end of the year, if I say next year, people start thinking that. At this point, I'm so confused, is one of the best ways to put it. It's really kind of just becoming a mystery to even me at this point. So many times I've seen people in the comments saying it's cancelled, which I thought people saying it was cancelled at first. Alright, I get it, they may not understand how these things work. And it's not cancelled, by the way. But I thought this'll dry out pretty quickly. This whole cancelled movement will stop soon enough, because we'll have something. Now I can't blame people for commenting that. Once again, it's not cancelled. It will not be cancelled because it's too far into development. But more and more, it's justifying comments like this. Because the vast majority don't look into all the nitty-gritty stuff, and they don't know if it is cancelled or if it's not. And these cancelled comments are getting so many of them now. So many in my comments. And you're allowed to comment that, but... I can hardly keep telling people to be patient at this point. It's really strange. You may be thinking that you really explain that in quite an awkward way. I know, because it's getting harder and harder for me to put what's going on into words. To be honest, it's crazy. How you doing, Luke? Let's do questions anyway, though. How you doing? I think I've said everyone. I'm not going to start repeating names. I think it's just Luke. How are you doing, Luke? It's good to see you. I'm doing pretty... Outside of this this Skywalker Saga nonsense, I'm actually doing quite good. How are you? What have we got to hit here? We got to hit something. We gotta hit something, and I have no idea what we gotta hit. We'll find it though. Is it up there? Is it switch back to Phasma maybe? Oh, it's there. Okay. Is that it? Is that what we gotta do? I want to find a question first of all. So Phasma duck, if you could switch to Finn duck. Okay. If there's no news this month, you're gonna lose Damn faith, says Ugandan. I think that is going to be universal for a lot of you. I mean, look at this, alright? We are a few days away from an event. Look how the Spring Showcase, which is a far, far, far smaller event, look how much hype there was. And alright, that hype was definitely created by the community, including people like myself, although I said keep your hopes down, it's still a possibility. And that's going to happen with pretty much any event, there's always going to be possibilities. But look now as we approach the biggest gaming event of the year and how there's nothing. It's crazy. It's such a switch in what's happened. It's completely different now. Yeah, this is how we do it, I think. Okay, there we go. I did welcome you, Tyler. You were the first Tyler I welcomed, so I didn't say your second name. But I'll say it now. Welcome, Tyler Matthews, one of how many Tylers in the chat? You hope George Lucas is in the game. I hope he is too, and I really think he will be when it releases, when it eventually arrives. Guys, if you're new, like and subscribe as well. We're already 3 likes away from the big 50, so let's try and get that. We will be streaming E3 probably Sunday. Because you've probably seen all the videos. Sunday is WB and Xbox. Nothing's going to be at WB anyway, we know that. But it's Xbox as well, so Sunday is the day, if anything happens. Another one is LegoCon. And LegoCon for me, nothing's going to be there. It's more of a physical-based Lego set event. When Lego do these events, this is the thing. You've got to remember, Lego give companies like WB, who then give TT Games, the rights to use their assets. So Lego just promote their own stuff. Although this is a Lego game, it's under WB. So, unless stated otherwise, when we're getting these May the 4th events, I mean, I remember the May the 4th event from when I was a kid, and I'd go every year to the Lego shop. Back in the days when they used to do the exclusive minifigure for over a certain amount. Can't believe they stopped that, but I used to go to the Lego shop all the time for that. But it's a physical Lego set event. This LegoCon, alright, it's the first one, we don't really know yet, but they revealed a poster of what's going on, and for Lego Star Wars it's just a set reveal, which I'm guessing is going to be that UCS gunship, which I'm very excited for actually, because I think I'm going to get that, but it's not Lego Star Wars the Skywalker Saga related. I hope I'm wrong, once again, but I don't think I am. Do you think there'll be any news on Lego Star Wars or Skywalker Saga? Lego kind of thing. I've just answered that one for you, Carl. Hopefully that helps you out. Next question. At this point, Battlefront 3 is going to come first. Battlefront 3 won't be for... I think Battlefront 3 is going to be like 6 or 7 years away, maybe 10 years away, you never know. I don't think they're working on one. Despite that EA help reply, I'm sure you've all seen it. That's a very weird question, Belcar. I'm not. Welcome to the stream, I suppose. How you doing, Teddy? What's up? Well, Rian, how are you? How you doing? Nintendo is going to release the date of Zelda Direct on E3, and then Zelda Direct, they will release another trailer for Skywalker Saga. I doubt that. Okay, so the reason is, and I explained this one quite a bit, but Xbox have the marketing rights for Skywalker Saga, so if something is going... This is why when there's been PlayStation events and Nintendo events, you don't see me even talking about them unless it's to tell you no, because Xbox have the marketing rights to the game. Nintendo will not get it at an event to do with them. So it's neither be an Xbox event or an international gaming event that has a bit of everything, provided Xbox are there, or WB. If any Star Wars game gets announced, will you cover it? Depends what it is, because I was ready to just say I've done Battlefront now, my job is done, and then midway into it Lego Star Wars got announced. It depends what it is. Like, if this open world game is good, maybe, but when this releases, it could be a few years into the future. You know, time is passing, guys. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be sat here playing well, Star Wars games in a few years' time. It depends. If there's a Battlefront 3, look, I'll always try and do my best. I really will, but it depends when it is. I'm not going to cover something like Squadrons that I have no interest in. if it's a Star Wars game I genuinely care about, I will cover it. But I'm not going to cover something I couldn't give a damn about. Best way to put it. When do you think the game will be released? I was thinking, I don't want to say anymore, I really don't, but I was thinking October, November time. However, looking at how Back 4 Blood is releasing in October, that's official, and the promotion it's getting now, you'd expect the same from LEGO Star Wars. And people will say that, look, I completely understand them on this. LEGO games don't get the same promotion, absolutely, but we are in the... There's the first dogs of the stream, guys. Happens every stream, right? Where was I? People will say LEGO games don't get the same promotion. I'm totally with you, but we are in the digital age as well now. We're really in the digital age where we've got social media, we've got all sorts of things that people use to promote. We've got YouTube, which I suppose is social media, where they look at The Force Awakens, how they post like character pack teasers or announcements. So you'd have like the prequel pack or the... What others was there? I can't concentrate because of the first dog of the stream outside. We've got the Jedi pack. You get what I'm saying. So we're in a different age. This isn't the same age as the complete saga where you get like 1-2 trailers and that's it. So this is the situation we're dealing with right now. I think there should be more, but there isn't more. There's literally nothing. If it was releasing in fall, I think it would be getting the same, if not near enough the same as what Back 4 Blood is. So that's my thoughts on it. Teddy, I did see you. How you doing? It's not cancelled, Star Wars, Nate. I'm going to stop saying it's nearing the end of development, because it's definitely closer to the end, but it's not nearing the end. No way is it nearing the end. If it was nearing the end, they'd be telling us there's something coming at this event at E3, and they're not. How you doing, Dan? Watching the football. Is it England? It's England, isn't it? There's a friendly. Oh, I can't be bothered with England. I'd rather sit here talking about a game that we don't even know what the release date is than watch that. When is the release date for the Skywalker Saga on PS4? The same as all the others, which we just don't know yet. We just don't know. How are you doing, Evan? People say the game is close to finish, it won't be cancelled, but it's a possibility. Again, not trolling to worry anyone. I'm just saying that it's happened with games before. But you've got to look at the... I always go back to this shot, but you can look at the whole LEGO Star Wars gameplay trailer alone, but particularly look at that shot on Coruscant of Mace Windu. Look at the amount of detail. Look how far into it they are. It can't be cancelled, and I think if it was, they wouldn't have said to us, we're not going to meet our deadline, blah blah blah, the game's delayed again. They would have just straight out told us. It's not delayed, I can assure you of that. Now, if this game was something that was in early development, with the merger that could be taking place, or probably will be taking place next year with WB and Discovery, it's a possibility then, if it was in the early stages, but the game is announced, there's official pre-orders up, additions have been announced. I just wonder at this point, because it was very safe to assume that the first delay was COVID. However, looking at what's going on now, the game would have been delayed. Like, say that COVID never happened, the game would have been delayed. It's pretty easy to see, because COVID didn't do all this. There's something, development issues, maybe lack of devs, I don't know. We really don't know what it is, but it could be game-breaking bugs. I hope the game at this point is okay. I really believe they're trying to make it the best game possible, but you don't know what they're having to deal with behind the scenes. Dangstryle, welcome to the stream. If you're new, guys, like and subscribe as always. We have a Clips channel now as well. There's a link in the description. I'm trying to hit 150 subscribers on that, and when we get that, you can find out who runs the channel, because it's not me. Biggest plot twist of the year. Right, next question. When is the Xbox event happening? Microsoft, technically, just in case anyone didn't know it by name, but Sunday as well. Sunday's the day. We'll be streaming it here with commentary over it, because I always get those comments. I don't think it's anyone here now. It's usually random viewers that aren't subscribed who tell me to stop talking over it. Of course it was, Dan. Is it over? Did we win? International football to me is of no interest. unless it's, I mean, even in the World Cup and the Euros, I'm usually watching the other nations and not us. But yeah, whenever LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga releases is good with you. It's good with me, Kyle, as long as it's working. It's all good. I would say they rush it out, but yeah. Is it? You can see who it is on the About page. I'm just messing around when I'm saying like big reveal. You can see who it is on the About page. Still subscribe. Most people who care know who runs it. I'm trying to get a few better clips on that channel, to be honest. Like, right now, they've been good, but I feel there's a lot of better ones we could do. But that will happen in the future. Is it through here? Where do we need to go? What a mystery this is. Bigger mystery than the Skywalker Saga. I believe the Xbox event is on June 13th for my birthday. I'd really like to hear some news about the Skywalker Saga. I'm trying not to get my hopes up. It's super hard. Agreed, Alex, it is very hard, but from the developments we've had, specifically in the latest news update, there was a big shift in pace from Thursday's news update to Friday's. You know when there's... Let me say this, okay? With the current news situation where there's not much, when it's like one video every week, like possibly even one video every 2 weeks, when I upload twice in a day, twice in 2 days, so one day after another, you know there's been a big shift in something, because from Thursday to Fridays there was just no hope. One of the devs kind of debunking it. The Summer Games Fest confirming that the WB panel is just Back 4 Blood. Which, by the way, if you're into Back 4 Blood, if you're excited for that game, you're gonna have a wonderful time. Oh dear, Phasma's dead. She's fallen outright. Can we grab that? Good. If there aren't any red bricks in the Skywalker Saga, how do you think they could implement power-ups like stud multipliers, invincibility? I think it's all going to be connected to the Kyber bricks. But this is something else I wanted to bring up, actually. Because it's... Look, you can go back to E3 2019. I've watched these interviews on repeat, all these developer interviews. And the game feels like it's in such a good spot. They're talking about the new Kyber bricks, they're talking about progression, just how the game works in general. And I'm thinking, like, we're 2 years on now. People have said, why don't they show the demo from 2019? The reason they won't show that is probably because the game's been updated since then. It's kind of outdated. It wouldn't be accurate to how that looks now, so that's the reason for that. But I want to know, as they said, they've been working on this pretty much since Force Awakens, or just after. How were they so... I don't want to say ahead, but on schedule? They had all this done. And then the only thing I can think of that's taking a bit of time is Episode 9. Because they wouldn't have, even with little teasers they got here and there, they would have needed to see the movie a few times. They would not have got access to the full movie. They get access to things here and there, but they would not have got access to the full movie. So Episode 9 could take a while, absolutely. But apart from bugs, what is keeping them back? Hoping LegoCon will be good. 2 new Lego games shown. What's the other? Is there the other Lego game, Lego Dimensions? I heard something about. I don't think I've said many times I love Lego, but I don't think if I didn't like Lego Star Wars I'd care. I mean, I liked a few of the Lego Minecraft sets. What else? I just really like Lego Star Wars, to be honest. I always have since I was a kid. I got the sail... Oh no, we're going to start a story time now. This isn't a story time stream, but I got the sail barge in 2006. I think it was... Or 2000... Yeah, it was 2006. First ever Lego set. Loved it. And then my friend crushed it. And the rest is for a good question for another time, as Mars Kanata would say. So, Tricky, how you doing? What's up? Next question. Stephen, how are you? Good to see you as well. Tyler Garrett. I think I've already said you, Tyler, but there's so many Tylers. I apologise. There's Tyler Dehoff now as well. There's so many So many Tylers. I should rename this channel to just Tyler. Why is it? I said it earlier. If I did a survey asking like all 39 plus thousand of you, what's your first name? Guarantee like 38,000 of them would be Tyler. Maybe a bit of an over-exaggeration, but when you think you've seen every Tyler in the book, another one comes along. So, what panel? Okay, we've done it. Story time with FGG. Look, we won't do story times today, but I am going to do another Battlefront stream where we talk about pretty much everything. Like Star Wars gaming, how the channel is going to be after LEGO Star Wars, because like I've said a few times, if there's no games I wish to cover Star Wars related, then I probably will leave it there. We're going to talk about all this stuff, so when you see a Battlefront stream come up in your recommended or your subscriptions, if you're subbed or you're not, watch it. A lot of people see it's not LEGO Star Wars and don't watch it. Watch it, and we're just going to talk about everything. We can talk about the Bad Batch. We can talk about me. We can talk about you. It was supposed to be yesterday, but I didn't get home until late, so it's going to be this week at some point. Look, Wednesday is better for me, but I know most people will be around more at weekends because of like people have school and stuff, university, college, whatever. Sniper Gamer, welcome. Can what line get a clip, Stephen? So do you think stuff will be released at E3 or not? You mentioned something briefly about WB Games only showing one game. I haven't had the chance to watch a recent news video. So, Alexandra, WB Games have a panel which is confirmed to just be about Back 4 Blood, which is their only game right now releasing with a release date. So the others will get a release date, obviously. It's the only game with a release date, I should say. It's October. This year, October 11th, 12th, I've already forgot. LEGO Star Wars is confirmed, or any other game, so what else have they got? They got like the Gotham game. I don't really care about their other games, I just care about LEGO Star Wars. But there's no LEGO Star Wars there. So there's also a Microsoft event, which it could be at, and that's like that's our best bet. But I am honestly thinking at this point it's a no-go, because in the news video, someone talks about June 13th being the day, and one of the devs confirmed, what was it? One of the devs said that, I'm excited for June 13th, which is the WB Games panel, the Xbox panel, and then they reply, and then one of the devs had to clarify that I'm excited about another game. I'm not excited about LEGO Star Wars. Summer Games Fest, as I've just said, kind of confirmed that the WB panel is just Back 4 Blood. And they're putting so much emphasis into Back 4 Blood. There's just nothing Skywalker Saga. I'm not seeing anything Skywalker Saga. They're keeping extremely quiet about it. Like I said in my news video, I don't understand why one of the devs would have to clarify what they're excited about on June 13th. If LEGO Star Wars was coming, obviously they wouldn't want to give it away. They wouldn't say, yeah, this is what I'm excited about. I'm excited about LEGO Star Wars on June 13th. That's not what I'm saying. But they wouldn't have responded to people thinking that was the case. They would have just left it quiet. Now then again, they could be putting us off on the wrong foot to say nothing's coming, so it's a surprise. But this is the dilemma now, because a lot of people, and you can see it right now, like I've said, E3, arguably the biggest gaming event of the year, up there with Gamescom. There's like, when we were getting ready for the spring showcase, which is such a smaller event, there was so many people here excited for it. That is not the case right now at all for a bigger event, because people are getting bored. If the devs are turning people away by saying there's nothing coming, people aren't going to think, well, they might be lying. They genuinely believe at this point nothing's coming. And the momentum is going down. Now, I have no doubts in the long term that momentum will come back up. People saying they're done with the game, they don't care. I completely understand how you feel. But the fact is, when there's a trailer, when there's a release date, you're going to come back. I know how it works. So I'm not worried about this game failing in the long term. I don't think it will at all. Unless it's bad. Then it will. Probably not financially, though. But to me, I don't see... Xbox is possible. But like I said earlier, I was saying this was a 90% chance And maybe I was a bit too far on that, but at least it's my opinion. I didn't confirm anything. I'm just saying it's like a 30-40% chance now of something coming. It could be wrong though. I always talk about when I've been right in the past. I've also been wrong many times as well. I do feel like I've been right a few more times with my predictions. That's not me showing off. I do seem to be quite good, but I said 60% chance of there's something being at the Spring Showcase. That's still a higher chance than they're not. I got it wrong. So I'm could easily have this wrong as well. There's not a community manager. In fact, Tyler, let me touch upon that because I've seen quite a few videos are saying the community manager post was taken down, which is fine. I've said many times, people make their videos, keep the momentum going with the game. I love it. I looked and it was still there for me, so I don't know if I've got something wrong or it's gone back up, but people were saying it was down and it's still there for me. It was taken down a few months ago and then it was put back, but right now, if I go onto the WB Games careers page, the community manager post is there. Now, it might not even be for Skywalker Saga, but it's there nevertheless. So, I don't know. I love these extra missions of playing as the dark side. I hope we get this stuff in Skywalker Saga. Imagine being Darth Maul against Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. That'd be cool. Why don't I apply to be the community manager? Because then I wouldn't be able to run this channel and I probably have to stay. I don't want to work for WB Games. I have no problem with WB Games, believe it or not. Despite what's going on right now, I'm not saying they're a fantastic company or anything. I'm saying, apart from LEGO Star Wars, I don't really care about any of their games, so I'm not going to judge them and say that. Like, you know, I've been very clear. I'm not too fond of EA. I compliment them when they get things right, but I think overall they're a company that gets a lot of things wrong. But that's because I know my stuff with EA. With WB, apart from LEGO Star Wars, I don't have any problem with them, but I don't want to work with them either. Like, I'd get the job anyway. I don't know why I'm even going this deep into it. Like, I'd get the job. I mean, I think realistically, can I just say that if they're to employ someone for this job, and this might be what they're doing anyway, but they should definitely get someone who has an interest in the game, get someone who has an idea of what they're doing. The worst thing they can do is get somebody that doesn't have a clue. So I'd never nobody knows LEGO Star Wars games better than the fans. So get a fan as your community manager. Obviously go through the checks and everything, don't just get any fan if they're going to not do the job properly, but get a fan to do this stuff. As long as they meet the requirements as well of having good customer service, all that stuff that I'm sure they want. Do I have TikTok? I don't plan on getting it. I don't want to go too hard on TikTok because I don't like it, but I do feel like the way a lot of people talk about it these days is how YouTube was talked about, and I didn't like it when people said YouTube was silly and all that. I do think TikTok's silly. The stuff I see on there is quite crazy. Not as bad as Twitter. Twitter's the worst, but Twitter's awful. Don't get me started on Twitter. But TikTok is quite bad, but probably just another trend like YouTube. Too old for TikTok. I don't know, there's TikTokers, as they call them, older than me. Right, we're talking about Skywalker Saga. Right, Skywalker Saga. Imagine they drop the game at E3. It would be really impossible. They wouldn't drop it. It would never be available now. They wouldn't do that. I mean, it'd be crazy if they did. I agree, but they're not going to do that. I do think, though, we are getting closer and closer to whenever this game does get a release date announced, because the day will come eventually, that it's just going to be a shadow drop. If there's nothing at E3, I really don't see them announcing anything at an event. Because if they've got nothing to show at E3, that means they're in no position to show us anything right now. And if they're missing E3, which would allow them a huge marketing base, that's why they announced it there 2 years ago. If they're missing E3, they're probably just going to admit, well, we can't market this like we wanted to, let's just shadow drop it, which means drop it whenever randomly on the internet a trailer appears, a bit like The Force Awakens. So that is a big thing with E3. The promotion they would get off that is huge. If they miss it, it means they really, in the foreseeable future, have nothing to show us. So it's quite worrying. This is far worse than something not showing at the Future Games show. Because remember with the Future Games show, or the Spring Showcase, whatever it was, Spring Showcase, they're all the same, really. They're all as bad as one another. But we were still saying after the Spring Showcase, it's E3. It's like a month away, 2 months away, but we still got E3. That is not the case after this. We've got Gamescom, I suppose, but there's nothing at E3. I don't see there being anything at Gamescom. I think nothing being here is very bad, actually. Very bad. Lego sets are coming out now with bits of footage, I just saw. You mean the new ones? Because if it's footage, that's probably just Lego footage, nothing to do with Skywalker Saga. Wait, oh, I know what's wrong with... I've got bananas and carrots as torpedoes. Somehow, even though that's the most out of place thing ever, I was just dismissing that and wondering, where do I get torpedoes from? And whose idea was it to change torpedoes from, this is on Xbox by the way, from B to X? That's so annoying. I always go to press B and then it's like, no, press X. I don't want to press X, I want to press B. Change it back for the new game, please. Thank you. Now that little rant's over. Let's find another question. Let me just remember to press X quickly. X, X, X. There we go. Spam that X. There's another one there.
Be careful, Captain. Their siege engines are firing on us again.
Why is that? I'm just noticing this as well. I think it's an extra. I've got some sort of extra on, which is causing this nonsense to take place right now of carrots, bananas, and whatever else. I didn't explain why they wouldn't drop it at E3. I did, I thought. I said... But I'm not saying they won't. They could, but I'm saying they've confirmed it's just Back 4 Blood at the WB event. The only other event we have is Xbox. The reason Xbox, this might be the part I didn't explain very well, is because Xbox have the marketing rights to the game, so it wouldn't be PlayStation, it wouldn't be Nintendo. Xbox is our only hope. There could be something at Xbox. I'm not denying that. That's how it was actually last time in 2019. It was at the Xbox event, so it could be. I'm not saying it won't be, but the way the devs are kind of dismissing things... If you remember, before the gameplay trailer, they were actually hyping things up a bit online and tweeting loads of stuff that we're not getting that this time. I'm not saying that, once again, that's not a requirement. It's not something they have to do. But they're getting people's hopes down, not up. And people, if they see that, they're not going to watch at this point. There's going to be no let's watch and maybe see. A lot of people are just tuned out. A lot of people like myself will watch, but a lot of people won't as well. Hello Electro Adam, how are you doing? Diamond Studios, how are you? Is there any more questions I can do? Stud, how you doing? LegoCon, it's not going to be LegoCon. LegoCon is a physical Lego set based event. So that's the situation with that. They released a poster. I'll probably include this in my next news update. And what it said for Star Wars is mystery event, mystery set, which being revealed, which is probably the UCS gunship, which I'm very excited for. But that's not why we're all here, is it? We're all here for Skywalker Saga, not for the gunship.
More fighters inbound, Captain. We have fighters on our tail, Captain.
Oh no, I switched. Oh dear. What do I think of LegoCon? I think it's pretty exciting. I'm someone who stopped collecting the Lego sets like a few years ago, to be honest. Probably like 5-6 years ago, because I wasn't a big fan of like the sequels and what they were doing there. There wasn't as many Clone Wars sets, but I've seen some of the newer stuff. I'm probably going to get that throne room, if you even want to call it that. But it's just a chair. I wasn't expecting much more with the price they revealed like a year ago, but I'm more interested if I am to get stuff in the UCS stuff than the play sets. But it's also space with Lego as well, which is a big problem. Can you buy the Skywalker? You can pre-order the Skywalker Saga now, a physical copy of it. You can't buy the digital editions. That won't happen until there's a concrete release date. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, if you're new as well. Let's try and get 100 likes here today. Do you think we'll get this game or they'll cancel it? They're too far in to cancel it. We will get it, Kelly. I can promise you that. It's just a matter of when. Why would it suddenly be at the WB attendance and not Xbox? You have a point. I won't deny you that. But to me, the way they, once again, they're with a game, Back for Blood, the way WB allowing that to be promoted, Lego Star Wars is not getting that. I'm not saying they have to replicate. I'm saying, I'm looking at, you got to remember, since the last time we saw this at an E3 event, it's been 2 years, and since then I've seen a lot of letdowns. I don't want to build my hopes up for nothing. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm still going to stream the event. That means to some degree it's coming, because I'm not going to. I was going to stream LegoCon, but I don't think I'm going to. I mean, I might from a perspective of a Lego fan, not a perspective of Skywalker Saga news coming today. But then again, I'm only interested in the Lego Star Wars stuff, like this one set. So I don't know with LegoCon yet, but unless they release some details that change, which they could, but I doubt it, I would only stream LegoCon from the perspective of a Lego fan, not a Lego Star Wars perspective of news here. Oh, there's the red brick, boys and girls. You heard the game is getting cancelled. Delve Sidious, you're the main culprit for that in the comments, aren't you? You love talking about it getting cancelled. It's not getting cancelled. I can assure you that. How you doing, William? What's up, my friend? How are you? It's not cancelled. Listen to Electro Adam. It's not cancelled. It can't be cancelled, boys and girls. It's too far into development. There's official pre-orders. Is this thing gonna shoot again at me? There we go. Lovely. Is there a chance it gets cancelled since the new partnership is literally made to conquer against Disney? Runs off Skywalker Saga. Even then, like if this game was at any point, even 2 years ago, even after it was announced, possibly then it could, but that's a very unlikely outcome. I still don't think it would be able to, but now we've got a gameplay trailer, now we've got official pre-orders, now we've got deluxe editions, standard editions. No, it won't happen. They probably want to, if there's a merger, Discovery or whoever gets their hands on it, probably, or whatever side of the spectrum it stays on, may want to cancel it, but they won't be able to. It's impossible. And they would just come out and tell us as well. That's something they wouldn't be able to keep a secret, because they can't keep, even though pre-orders don't take your money, they can't keep your pre-orders forever and not tell you. Can't be here in 50 years' time. We will know. And believe it or not, this probably isn't what you want to hear, but say there's absolutely nothing at E3, nothing at LegoCon. We'll already know something from that without them even saying anything, and that's that this game is still a long way away. That's why it's very important in terms of what happens this week. And I know what you're going to say. You say this every time, FGG, but it's very important this time, because it gives us a look on how far away are we going to be waiting. Keep comparing it, as far as I'm concerned, to to Back 4 Blood. which is releasing in October and already getting its marketing campaign. I know LEGO games that do not traditionally get the biggest of marketing campaigns, but we are living in a different era now, very social media based era, where there's a lot of promotion there. And they're going to want to promote it. They're not going to want to work on all this, the biggest LEGO game of all time, and not want to promote it. So, bear that in mind. Maria, how you doing? Next question, Grim Reaper. Yeah, your grandpa who works as the janitor for TT confirmed it's cancelled. Grim, I gotta believe you there. I gotta believe you. No, not really. For the younger viewers, that's a joke, guys. It's not. Is he lying? No, he is lying. He's joking. I think at this point I'm past the whole my friends, dogs, cats, sisters, aunties, pets, father-in-law's granddad actually works with the TT Games' dad's, auntie's, mum's, sister's best friend, and they can confirm it's cancelled. Do you get the memo? And it's unfortunate because there are people out there that will be able to say, honestly, I have a friend who works at TT Games, and no one's going to believe them. But they are very few and far between, and most of them probably wouldn't leak anything anyway. And that's on them if they're choosing to leak. Look, we love to cover leaks as long as they have some sort of credibility or realistic aspect to them, but shouldn't be leaking. It's very naughty. Fire at me again, please. Tyler, you would have once been a younger viewer, even if not to my channel. You would have been at some point. You've heard from, well, Dennis worked on Battlefront, so that can't be true. You're surprised there's only 84. I'm surprised, Youngstyle, that there's not much less, because I was saying earlier how, because of everything that's going on, because of the delays, because of the hints of there not being news, less people care about the biggest gaming event than they did the spring showcase. Like, the momentum is bad right now for this game, and I don't think that's changing until something comes. And guess what? It's going to get even worse if there's nothing at this event. It's going to get even worse. Wait, why is she not holding that? I wonder how the force mechanisms will work. I hope it takes a lot of inspiration from this game. My opinions on this game have changed so much. I really like it a lot more. We're 13 likes off the big 100, guys. Let's get it. Make sure you subscribe as well. So when the game does release, we can get 40k pretty quickly. Because like I've said, I want to kind of wait until the game's out to get 40. But I wouldn't mind getting close to it. Better be consistent though. But it's hard to be consistent when there's not much to talk about. I know people will argue. I see a lot of you in the comments. I say a lot. I don't actually see that many. It's like 2, maybe on a good day 3, saying this isn't news in the comments. But I know I like to make news on what you could argue is the slightest thing, but I feel everything I cover has a meaning and something to do with the game. I don't cover what the devs had for breakfast. But even I just... I'm looking at stuff and not really seeing anything worth covering. JC, how you doing? Your dog's best friend works at TT Games and he says it's cancelled. Yeah, trust the dogs. Trust the dogs. We're going to need 4, aren't we, for this? Where's the troopers? Yes, I get it, Phasma, I know. Where are the troopers? Very interesting. I don't see them. Am I blind? This isn't news, FGG. You're making me angry. Grr. Right. The donation goal. I took it off just because with the way things are going, we never hit it and it feels a bit redundant. Plus, I'm not too bothered about hitting it these days. Like, I take whatever donations people want, but I'm not too bothered about it. Right, are they in here? Are they in here, these lovely canisters? Let's have a look. Are some stormtroopers just going to appear out of nowhere? Do you reckon the lightsaber / blaster characters, i.e. Episode 4 Luke, will take combat mechanics from LEGO The Force Awakens game? I feel that there will be more elements carried over from this game than any of the others. So probably yes, because this is the most modern. I feel there will be elements from all the games, even back to the video game. And that's not necessarily saying mechanics from the video game, maybe more features. Like, I feel Yoda's hover chair, maybe. Dexter's diner, definitely. If Mos Eisley Cantina, which is confirmed, then you would expect anyway, is going to be in the game, and it's just one part of the huge Tatooine hub world, then I think Dexter's Diner, with it being iconic to the LEGO Star Wars gaming franchise, I think there's no doubt that will be in there. So I think there'll be aspects or elements taken from them all. Welcome back, General Alex. Good to see you back here. When is the release date? My name is unknown. We don't know yet. I know that's the big one. That is the big question. The question that never gets answered, isn't it? One day it will be answered. Erica Luttrell, I'm not too sure who that is. There's a Canadian actress, maybe voice acting in LEGO Star Wars, according to an acting website, but her name was removed. What website is it? Because IMDb isn't always correct with things that aren't out yet. Baquita, welcome. Jordan B, welcome. I'm hoping the Force Unleashed characters will be in the Skywalker Saga. This is so they're not going to be. And that's because they're not canon. And the reason they got into the LEGO Star Wars 3 is mainly because, for example, a battle. So even though they're both Star Wars games, LEGO don't necessarily have the rights to the Force Unleashed as a game. So they got Vader in there because it's battle damage Vader. You can argue that's just Vader battle damage from the movie. It's not too special. Starkiller isn't called Starkiller. If you've noticed, he's called Vader's apprentice. And he is just a generic, like, light-skinned or white LEGO character with, like, the black hair. And there's no difference in him, if you will. He could be anyone, and they've not used the Starkiller name. I doubt they'd go near that now with this game, or with that stuff being decanonized since. But that's the situation there. Same with the Old Republic. I think they did get the rights to some Old Republic stuff, because I had the... remember when I was talking about the May the 4th event when I was younger and they had the exclusive minifigure? I got the Darth Revan one. It's like 2013? Might have been 2012, actually. And so they did have... I think they had the rights for certain things, but I don't know if they still have that. It's a difficult one, you see. Is she actually doing damage on that? I don't think she is, or is she? I can't really tell. Am I just wasting my time? I think I am. Did you just call me Rugged Eagle? Or is he here in the chat? Laquita, you just called me Rugged. You might have got me mixed up. I'm not Rugged Eagle, my friend, unless he's here. He sometimes drops by. Can't see him there. Next question. Where's Waldo? Do you think that there's a that the combo meter unlocks something once it's full? For example, Reaver spins his lightsabers in the new game or in this game? In the new one, I think it will. I think that's how it. There's a yeah, there is. From what I remember, because we see it on What's the planet called where Rey and Kylo fight in Episode 9? I always forget. Oh, it's the moon, isn't it? The moon. One of the moons of Endor. Why it couldn't have just been Endor, I don't know. 3 more likes and I win? Oh, we do, Retro. 3 more likes and we're at the big 100, as I like to call it. Can Phasma go through there? Let's have a look. Come on, Phasma. Please, no. It's like only Finn who can. Apparently so. Apparently so. Right. Why isn't... Oh, no, now she... Okay, now she's blowing it up. I just needed to be closer to it, apparently. Now, we just got to force that onto there, I presume. And, yes, it's done. No, I think he got me mixed up. I'm FGG. I am not anyone else. A few people have asked me, am I like other YouTubers? I sound like them. That makes me feel great. It makes me feel like I'm just disposable. I'm just someone else. It makes it sound like we're both disposable, who you're comparing me to. It's like we're so similar. Are we different people? We just sound the same to me. As long as you've got the info I want from the video, you're the same. I've been compared to quite a few. And like, yeah, just gives me the feeling like, are we different? I don't think we'll see any Republic Commandos in the game, honestly. We got 100 people here now as well. It's surprising. It genuinely surprises me right now. But how are you, everyone? I'm not bombastic either. I'm FGG. Now, I don't think I sound like bombastic because he is not. I don't really watch many. I've watched, like I said earlier, I've watched a few. I've seen a few videos come up this week about not this week, like while I've been away a bit, about community manager posts. And I was a bit intrigued because it was still there for me. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I religiously watched a YouTube channel that wasn't like all the news you get spammed, like the like BBC, ITV, Sky News here in the UK. I spoke about this a few weeks ago. I just get it recommended like crazy to me. So when I come on YouTube to take a break from the real world, I just end up seeing all real world stuff. It's wonderful. So and I never get round to all the other channels. Right, I'm not doing any more comments about am I someone else. We got to stay on track here with Skywalker Saga, okay? Like and subscribe, guys, if you're new. 100 likes. And as many subscribers. You set the subscriber goal. Well, don't, because I'll get something unrealistic. We did get True Jedi. We are all True Jedi together. Did they say anything about LEGO Star Wars at E3? Apparently, well, not apparently, it's confirmed to not be at the WB event. One of the devs made it clear that when he was stating he was excited for the 13th, it was for another game and not Skywalker Saga. So there's nothing. Look, when we got something in summer, we were told the day before, expect a trailer. I'm not saying we could get that again, but I think the way they're marketing Back 4 Blood, their other game, they would have told us by now. I think they really would have told us something's coming and not kept it a secret, because they know people aren't going to just watch like that. You'll see, you know, I'll be streaming it, I'm sure other people will be streaming it, and you'll see hundreds of viewers on channels and think, yeah, people still care about this. But I guarantee in an alternate world where we knew a bit more about what the hell was going on and had a bit more information, they'd be like 5 times that on all the channels. So don't let it deceive you if there's a lot of people, because what it could be is a whole lot more people. But a lot of people have been driven away. They will come back when the game gets a release date. That doesn't worry me. Right, we did get a red brick, which I'm going to share. I was hoping it was one of the multipliers, but it's not. It is. Super Disco Blasters, what I wanted. Let's have a look what this is. Use your blaster, right? Use Chewie. Okay, that. What an extra that is. Some of these extras. How you doing, Matthew? Matthew, it was supposed to be yesterday, but I didn't make it back in time. We will be doing a Battlefront stream where we just talk about everything, and I mean everything, obviously, within reason, nothing inappropriate. But we're going to do a Battlefront stream in the background where we just talk about whatever, Star Wars games, Star Wars, me, whatever, WB games. Now, I'll probably like avoid LEGO Star Wars. I mean, I'll answer the odd question, but we do that every week. What mission? We're getting closer to victory. How soon is soon in like a date? I want to say I could do it Wednesday, but I feel it's more beneficial to do it of a weekend. So I won't give you a date, Matthew, just to let you down, but it should be this week or next week. Janst, how you doing? Jern, welcome. Why? Oh, Jern, I just welcome you. You asked me about clickbait. I mean, that's more a question for the stream where I said we talk about everything. But I would say it's YouTube. Everybody clickbaits. Clickbaits as in makes your thumbnail look good so people click it. I mean, it depends what your definition of clickbait is. Because if you feel clickbait is, oh, he's telling us lies through his titles or thumbnails, I'd ask you, give me some examples. But if you feel like what the definition is essentially of making something look good on the internet so people click it, I would just tell you that everybody does that. If you don't, if you just have like a set, like say this is my thumbnail for my next video, galaxy map. Yeah, everyone's going to watch that. And I do want people to watch my stuff, considering I spend time on it. We need a new version of Galactic Conquest from the OG Battlefront 2. That's more a Battlefront one, isn't it? Again, Twilight, I'd love it. I'd love it. Imagine in a Lego game. You never know. Right, let's find a planet, though. Going back to Jakku. We're going back to Jakku. Escape from the Finalizer. Let's do this one. I also didn't have the prequel character pack installed. I was wondering where the hell these characters were, so we've gone and sorted that off stream. So we got Maul on this now, and thankfully I know that the flying missions aren't until later on, so let's use Slave 1. Let us continue. You get very bored of playing this game, General Alex? I'm liking it a lot more than I did first time round, to be honest. Ali, welcome to the stream. Richard, how you doing? Communication is very poor. George, how you doing? Leia, how are you doing? Even Obi-Wan Kenobi couldn't help us right now with the lack of news we're getting. Just asking, Jen. No, I respect the comment. I prefer, Jen, if you're gonna say like, why do you clickbait or something you're entitled to? I encourage opinions. Just kind of give me some examples so I can address them, because it's very vague, but no hard feelings. He never said E3 today, he said E3 this week. Yes. Why, who said I said E3? E3's not today. If E3 was today, I wouldn't be playing this. The clickbait. Rogan, give me... We're talking about clickbait. Can we not save this one for the stream where I talk about everything? If you want me to do it now, I'll do it now, because I have no shame. What clickbait? Please. Okay, like I've said, thumbnails that look good, I have no problem. That's YouTube. If you're saying I'm lying, my titles, my thumbnails, please give me some examples. I love addressing them. I'm not any of those, Jedi Master. I'm FGG. Okay, I'm FGG. Let's try and get all the mini kits here. I can't check Discord, Tyler, right now. I'm trying to play a game. I'll check it later. What's wrong with giving it in the chat? Or is it an image? Is that why? How come Republic Commando, an original Xbox game, isn't available on Xbox? That's a good question. Is it not backwards compatible? I don't think it is backwards compatible, is it? What a weird one. Can we do anything through here? Okay, wait, we press B. Oh, that's to force that, okay. I'm not talking about Darth Maul's private parts. Why does that always come up? Okay, Rogan, that's all good. I get that. It gets confusing sometimes, but once again, I have no problem with you asking. I just like a few examples so I can address it properly. Can't wait for the new random encounters. I loved it in the demo. I loved from what I heard in the demo of how the Tusken Raiders are just on the mountain, they start shooting you. gonna be fun. I sometimes hate thinking about it because I just know how far away that means it is, but yeah. Okay, BB, do you wanna switch to someone else? Switch to this guy. It is an image, okay. I'll give it a look, but I'd rather save this for the stream where we talk about everything, because people here for the Skywalker Saga. I'll have a look what you mean. Oh. So you posted stream number 348 where Anakin is holding a blue lightsaber and a red lightsaber. I mean, I'd say that's very minimal. I'd say it looked cool, and I gathered that most people would know it's a mod, and most people would click on the stream not knowing that, knowing that that's not going to be in the stream. Either way, I wouldn't say anybody cried themselves to sleep saying FGG included Anakin holding 2 lightsabers in his thumbnail. I wouldn't say it's a big deal at all. Is that a satisfactory answer? Can I move on now? Hello Unkis, how you doing? Black Eagle Man, how you doing? Right, I'll do Battlefront streams next time. Thank you, Stud. I appreciate the nice comment. Thank you. You're an individual YouTuber that stands out from others because you try to find and tell us the truth even when it's difficult. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. After watching these Bad Batch episodes, there's more. No, this is it. No, this is regarding the DLC. Okay, I thought it was like I'm trying to do Lego Star Wars questions, and I know this is no one's fault. I don't blame any of you, but I just please when you see me do a Battlefront stream, please come to it so we can talk about everything that's not relating to Skywalker Saga, because I get so many non-Skywalker Saga questions, and then when I stream something else, nobody like none of you come. So please. I'll answer as many as you want, but this one, okay? After watching these Bad Batch episodes, I'm really excited for the DLC pack. Me too. I just need more Crosshair. Crosshair, is he even alive? What's he up to? He's never in it. But the character pack's going to be good, and I'm hoping a big one for me that we could get in there is Cut LaQuain. I think that would be a really cool one to put in. And Sue. Give us his wife, Sue, as well. Sue, the most Star Wars name ever. Okay. Release date, Emil, we do not know. Well, I'm going to play in chronological order as well, Retro Boy. When will it come out, Embargo? We don't have a release date still. I'd love to tell you. Maybe we'll find out this week. Do you eventually think there'll be a DLC for Clone Wars? Right now, even though there was 2 more DLC packs in the leaked image a year ago, there was 8 in that. There's only 6 right now. I think they've been scrapped, but I do think maybe Clone Wars characters could be in the game via Kyber bricks. You have to unlock them. I find it quite... Look, I was originally thinking this is going to be very difficult to get characters like Ahsoka and Rex in here, but... Realistically, Rex is in the Bad Batch trailer. I'm not even going to say spoilers for that because he's in the trailer. And Ahsoka's in Mando. Now, I know Ahsoka has a different outfit in Clone Wars, but they may see that as, well, she's in the Mando pack, we've done our duty. So, characters like that, it's like Ventress, Cad Bane, those type of characters. And I'd say Ventress is quite a big one. Ventress is the equivalent of Ahsoka, just on the other side for most of the series, so how are they going to get those in? Could be through Kyber bricks. I don't think they do any more packs. They kind of had to have revealed that by now. You want to get the deluxe edition, but I won't be able to use the Bad Batch pack since I have this. Since I haven't seen the series because I'm on season 2 of Clone Wars, Retro Boy. I think did you comment about that actually on my video? Because I don't think I've responded to it, but I saw some comment when I was like roller. I tried to get to all of them, but today I just had to have a quick scroll through and then kind of leave it because I had a bit to do. But enjoy it. Enjoy Clone Wars. I think it's the best Star Wars there is. Even better than Revenge of the Sith, and that's a difficult one. Revenge of the Sith, we all know. I mean, you may not agree, but it's a good movie. I'm not too sure how to say that name because it's not in English, but you say... Yai? Is that what you're saying, or are you going to say hi? I don't know. Never watched the 2003 version, but apparently it has better writing. I haven't seen it either. It's on Disney Plus though, so I might have to give it a go. But I'm probably, after Bad Batch, going to cancel my Disney Plus until the Book of Boba Fett, because I really don't care about anything else on there. And I've watched Clone Wars back. I mean, I've not watched it back this year, but when it first came out, I watched it back quite a few times, so it doesn't matter. Bosk actually has his Relby in this game. His Relby V7. Solo Boy, how you doing? I hope the game will bring a new mechanic to board large ships like Star Destroyers and explore them, of course fly them. That is confirmed, Gang Style. So I can confirm that one to you straight away. Can explore them. Can fly them. I don't know if that means fly all of them, because I think there might be limits in terms of which ones you can control and which ones you can't. But we just don't know for certain. Like, someone asked me in the comments the other day about Snoke's supremacy, which is so big. I think it's the size of 30 football fields. Are you going to be able to pilot that, or are there going to be restrictions? If you can, fair play to them. I'll say that. I know you're not talking to me. I'm Embargo. I talked to everyone. I'm sorry if I missed you. I know your favourite character is General Grievous. And look, Grievous as a character is not one of my favourites, and that's coming from a big prequel fan, because I just feel he's a bit of a coward. He's got this huge lightsaber collection, but only kills one Jedi on screen. Could have killed the rest off screen. I'm not a big fan of him. I do like him design-wise. I loved him in Battlefront. And it doesn't take away my... I don't hate him, but he's not one of my favourites. But it's all down to opinions. So if you, I'm definitely very excited for Grievous in Skywalker Saga, because he's very unique, isn't he? He's going to be easily one of the best characters to use. That's why I was so excited for Grievous in Battlefront, because he's just so unique. Just wish we got a little more from him in the Clone Wars. It was kind of just the same over and over again. Well, that's just me. That's just me. Well, that's just for a purple stud, so I don't know why I even bothered doing that, and I don't need the studs anymore. I'm rich beyond belief at this point in this game. If we were to get something at E3, it would be a trailer with a release date on it, and that's more so with the hints we've had that makes me think we're not going to get one, because there's been no trailer. There's been... If they were to give us a release date, that would mean like the game's kind of coming to a close and they're ready to give us stuff on it, and I don't think they are. I really don't think they're in a position where they're ready to give us anything. I remember getting stuck on this part last time. I'm trying to remember how I did it. It's something to do with this, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, no, do we just build over there? I think we... No, because you can't get past that. Let's have a look. Yeah, Tyler, Dioff. I gotta. If you're a Tyler, I gotta say your second name because there's so many. But I agree, execution bad. But concept of Grievous good. And look, if we got like a Grievous spin-off or something, which people go on about characters we need spin-offs of. I was a big fan of wanting an Obi-Wan spin-off, and I'm still very excited for it. But I feel a Grievous one because there's a lot more mystery about Grievous, with a lot of his backstory not being canon. So I think we just got to keep firing this. Okay, I've got it now. I've got it. Let's try again. Is it going to let me? Okay, now we can. General Alex, at this point, they wouldn't give us another trailer without a release date in there, because they just know it would be a troll, so that won't happen. If the only way we'll get a trailer is if there's a release date, which I am leaning towards there not being, but as always, I can be wrong. I can always be wrong. Please read this comment. I hope they confirm what Kyber bricks actually do. Essentially, Kyber bricks are the life and soul of the game. They're what you use to get most things. I mean, it's still up in the air about the exact, I suppose, the exact kind of way they work, as in how many, are they per mission, are they per hub world, are there any restrictions on what they offer? But it looks like they are the replacement of gold and red bricks. So that can mean a lot. I think we jump now, don't we? There we go. This one always gets me. This mission, it's one of the first, and it gets me every time. I always forget. And now we're going to rebuild that, haven't we? When do I think the Skywalker Saga will come out? I was going to say fall, but look, if we get nothing at E3, I don't even think fall. Maybe November. But I don't even know if November's the date at this point. I saw that, Red Cool. I'm probably going to get it into the next news update. I mean, Lego Con for me was never going to happen because it's just another physical-based Lego set event. But they talked about how there was a mystery set revealed, didn't they, for Star Wars, which I'm guessing is the UCS gunship, which I'm personally very excited about. But it's obviously, in terms of Skywalker Saga, it's nothing. But I want that gunship. The first ever prequel UCS set. Because I love Star Wars. I was about to say all elements. I'm not a big fan of the sequels. But I love all elements apart from those. And by the way, each to your own, whatever you like. As long as we're all Star Wars fans and all peaceful, I don't mind what you like. But all the original trilogy sets they do for UCS over and over again when there's this huge prequel audience, it's nice to finally get one. And a big one as of that, the LA-80 itself. Curious if it will use the same model in the Skywalker Saga. I don't think it will, because this game was announced way before that set was announced, and it's a bit like the new Lego set boxes not having plate in the Skywalker Saga stickers, which I spoke about in my latest video. The reason for that is most likely because these sets have since been done after the Skywalker Saga, and in all this time they've been working on the game, they wouldn't have been adding new content to it, they would have been perfecting what they already had planned for the game. I would believe. I don't see why they would be adding new stuff to it. E3 starts on the 12th, General, but the 13th is the day for us. I think it's till the 15th, is it? I believe it's the 15th. Other than the... I don't even know what that one is, Retro Boy. There's been a Star Wars video game on every console in existence. I mean, that wouldn't shock me, actually. Because even if it's just a small Star Wars game, like, I don't think that would shock me at all. Star Wars has always had a lot of games, some better than others, definitely, but there's always been a lot. It's like this Star Wars Battles game. Not gonna act like I care. I knew it existed. I wouldn't have known if you'd said to me, what's that mobile Star Wars game called? I just would have said it's the one with Luke as the profile picture, or the icon picture, but that getting cancelled. It's actually seemed pretty decent looking at it, but it doesn't surprise me that's getting cancelled, because the big one they promote is the EA one, the Galaxy of Heroes. Every other mobile game is kind of a come and go. I wouldn't... Honestly... If you're a mobile, I know Tyler Matthews, The moderator is a big fan of Galaxy as Heroes, and that's the one, really. If you're a mobile Star Wars gaming fan, I wouldn't bother getting attached to any of the others because they just seem to get cancelled. I remember playing when Star Wars Rebels first released. There was this Rebels game on iOS. This was like 2015, called like Rebel. I can't remember what it was called, but it was actually really fun, and that just got cancelled. Like, they cancelled them all. I mean, I suppose that one makes sense because the series is over, but I think it got cancelled while the series was still on. Yeah, that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is definitely eternal. And they just... That is essentially the game of dreams for, like, a console version of that. Obviously, a console version will be a lot harder. There's a lot more development that goes into it, but imagine all that, just heroes from every element, even legends. Even though it's pay to win, I completely understand why that game does well and has a big audience, because it just gets everything. And that's one of the reasons I don't play it, because it's pay to win. I just feel like coming in now, years on, I'd have to just spend loads of money to compete with others. Do I think they might cancel Star Wars Hunters? Is it live service? Because if it's live service, that will definitely get cancelled at some point. But the game is an EA game, isn't it? So no, it won't be cancelled like before it releases. If it's live service, that will definitely get cancelled at some point. It won't last forever. But it will not be cancelled before it releases. It's an EA game. I don't care about Star Wars Hunters. I feel like EA's Star Wars games are going down a bit. They're probably working on some insane stuff behind the scenes, but we just don't know. Because I have my gripes with EA, but they can produce good games. You think they might... Oh, right, I just answered that one. Big question, I need an explanation. Will this game come out in 2022? I don't want to say, but I wouldn't rule it out, considering they're not committing to a 2021 release date. I still think 2021, honestly, in my head, but I could be wrong. That's all I ever say, isn't it? I could be wrong, but I could be. You just do not know anymore. I've got a bunch of arrows over there, haven't I? And I just haven't got to. Because we're going to go out into the space part soon. Like, if we go into this TIE fighter, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So we need to go backwards. How many minikits are we on? We're on 0. It's like, where are they? It was one over there. The others are kind of, so one's in that slippery room. Can we actually get back? Or we came from above, didn't we? So I don't even think we can get back. And apart from studs, this has kind of been a bit of a waste, this mission. I know, Tyler, I don't give haircuts, I'm sorry. That's such a random question, but I'd expect nothing less from you. Remember, guys, like and subscribe if you're new as well. I would appreciate it. For all the latest Skywalker Saga news. And I mean the latest. Like, I will cover, as long as it is news, I will cover anything about it to keep you all up to date. So, definitely hit the subscribe button. And subscribe to the Clips channel in the description as well. I would appreciate it. This game was supposed to come out in 2020. It was indeed. The good old days when it was 2020. But I'm thinking now, even without the pandemic, even without COVID, I still don't think it would have released on time. I think it would have been delayed, because this isn't the pandemic holding it back now. Something else has happened. What's happened here? It's just not letting me kill anyone. What? Okay, now it is, apparently. Maybe I gotta kill the troopers first? Okay, now it's letting me do it. Now we are free. Dude, welcome to the stream. Are you, Richard? How are you? It could be classed as one of the reasons, Richard. It won't get it cancelled, but it could be one of the reasons. You're not wrong. Absolutely, you're not wrong. So many mini kits, boys and girls. Well, I say so many. They're probably like out of 10 mini kits. So, as in, you need to destroy like 30 things in this regard. 30. It's a bit of a stretch, is it? Right, we're gonna do all 30. I wish one of the gold bricks I had was invincibility, but we're still missing that one. Maybe this will be for a gold brick. You know what? 30 of these is worth invincibility, in my opinion. What would you say? Bloody 30, mate. What the hell? 30? I think that's overkill. I'd say this is definitely overkill. It's just so many. 30. 30. Podra, welcome to the stream. How are you? We'll probably be ending soon, guys. So if you've got any more questions, let me know, and then we shall conclude for yet another Skywalker Saga stream. But the comeback, the return, after a few weeks absent. A few weeks absent honestly made no difference because nothing happened. Nothing significant. I want this game to embargo, and look, we will get it. We will get it. You gotta trust the process, as hard as it is, but you gotta trust the process. 12 out of 30. We're nearly halfway. Oh dear. That's some great piloting. I mean, I'm a bad pilot, and I know that we're going to need to do that one as well. The racing one, but we'll do that in a second. Lewis, how are you doing? Well, I didn't ignore any. Tyler, that's not very nice. I don't ignore anyone. What did I say that ignored people? The only requirements for this channel is that we all just respect each other, we have fun, and I mean, it would help if you love Star Wars as well. Literally the only thing, the only things there I care about. And that you keep it appropriate in the chat, and don't talk about inappropriate subjects, and then we're all good after that. And also that you subscribe as well, definitely subscribe. That's a big one. 22. We're almost there. This better be. You know, if this is invincibility, I will say this was worth it. Do you think they'll give us a release date or not? Don't want to get the hopes up. Honestly, now, at this current moment, I do not think we'll get one at E3. Or LegoCon. Or, I mean, Summer Games Fest is out the window now anyway. But, that's my opinion. I could be wrong. We'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to see. I don't think so. After one of the devs kind of debunking it, after them confirming nothing at the WB panel, Xbox is plausible, and that is our best bet. There's nothing else apart from the Xbox panel. There's nothing else that is really possible, but we'll have to see. Right, there's our final one. Just gonna make a turn and get it. Just crash into it. Our first mini kit. All that for a mini kit. Must be the longest mini kit I've ever seen in my life. Not even a red. That's worth a red brick right there. That is worth a red brick. Why am I whispering? Right, we've got to go inside here now. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, he said. They say, boys and girls, that's just the way I talk. Don't take it too personally. I always say boys and girls. Well, not always. Sometimes I say, well, how do I start my videos? I think I start them different every time. It's like, how do I start my videos? See, proof that I don't script my videos. I don't even know how I start them. Like, they just kind of happen. This is going dreadful. This is going absolutely dreadful. You know what? We've got one mini kit. That's the success of that mission. At least we can say save from that point on. Hello, Tinker. When do I think the game is coming? At this point, I don't know. I don't even want to say November anymore. But Major General Sport, welcome. Do you think that the lead developer leaving TT Games could mean the development is done? No, honestly, at the time I did. Now I don't. I think he left because of the merger, or I think that's related to it. I don't think development is done because they'd have stuff to tell us, and they clearly don't. We are going to leave it there though, guys. I'll see you all for E3 on Sunday because it looks like we'll just be streaming Sunday because there's nothing any of the other days. Thank you, Tyler Matthews, Tyler Dioff, Tinker Storm, Vader, Retro Boy, Major General, Lewis, JC, General Alex, Embargo, Ben, and Anton, and everyone else who joined us earlier as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you on if it's on Sunday, that means there's going to be no Q&A next week, but there will hopefully be a stream before then where we just answer everything. Star Wars gaming, me, stuff about me, I don't care, anything. Stuff about you, a Battlefront stream where we just do whatever. You have a question, Embargo. I'm trying to see if I can see it. But how are you doing, Ben, as well? I wouldn't get your hopes up, Ben. I wouldn't get your hopes up. I can't see it, Embargo. What's your question? I don't want to just miss it. I don't want to miss it, and I can't see it. Embargo, I apologise. All I can see is you like tagging me and like saying stuff, but I can't see a question. So I don't want to miss your question, Embargo. What do you want to ask? I can't see it. See you next stream, Vader. Alright, I'll have to do it in the Embargo. Join the next stream. It should be a bit quieter anyway because it won't be Lego Star Wars, so we'll get to it then. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.